Today we're going to be talking about something that a lot of y'all probably don't want to hear. But the truth is, you know it's a bad thing. You know it's getting bad. You know you're starting to realize, okay, this is having more of an effect on me than I actually thought it would. I think most people are waking up to that. But it's about the phones and how the phones are ultimately ruining your lives. Now, phones are awesome in a way where we got technology. We have an awesome tool at such easy access for us to literally look up anything we want. We can literally look up anything we want with these amazing tools which we've created. But it's become more than just a tool. For most people now, it's become a part of them. And whenever, we're social creatures, and whenever you combine this and attach it to a part of us, it really messes up with our social skills and our interaction skills, our communicative skills, because quite simply, you don't have to do a lot of it anymore. And that's what the phones do a lot of the time. It just prevents people from having, genuine interactions like we're supposed to. And I think you all have realized that too, just how easily and how fast, the decline of like social interaction has gone down. And it makes life just not as enjoyable because, as humans, we're supposed to socialize with each other. But on here, it kind of dries us up. It kind of clouds our vision, clouds our mind a little bit. And obviously social media has had a major impact on society. It's kind of forced a lot of people to think that they're supposed to care what other people think. And that's a big thing we'll be talking about, is just how simply just getting off your phone every once in a while, it's going to solve a lot of your problems. One of which being how to stop caring what people think. Because I promise you, if you want to get anywhere in life, if you want to be the person you want to be, you have to stop caring what people think. It's just that simple. Because there's always going to be people that'll say something. There's always going to be people that are going to be worried about what you're doing instead of what they're doing. If you think about it, they have their own lives, we have our own lives. Why should we care about what other people do? How are we supposed to live our own lives if we do that, right? So, getting off the phone, just stop making it a part of yourself. It's a tool. It's literally not a part of you. It's literally just a tool that you can use. And I'm telling you all this because obviously I'm young, I'm 20 years old, so I've grown up with this thing. I've literally grown up with the phone. And I've seen what it's done to my generation. I saw what it did to me, and I realized, okay, there's more than life than this. There's way more to life than this, and I want to figure out what it is. I want to experience it for what it really is. Because for so long, I've just been influenced by this device and just other people's, opinions and thoughts through social media. But what I realized is I have my own. I have my own life to live, and I want to experience that. Why else would I be here? I'm here for a reason. I'm going to figure out what my purpose is, right? And I think that's why a lot of people are just unhappy nowadays. They don't know how to find that purpose in their lives because they're so busy worrying about other people's lives. Because of this thing right here. That's right, I'm recording on an iPhone. And it's an awesome tool to use. I mean, you can literally look up anything you want. You could order some food. You can DoorDash some food to your house. And we all know, how easy that is to do, right? But just learning how to stop caring what people think because of this thing right here has just clouded our minds to think that we have to care what people think. But you don't. You shouldn't. How are you going to get anywhere if you care what people think, right? I can guarantee you that all successful people out there, they didn't care what people thought, right? When they were starting a business, whatever it is, they didn't care because at first they probably looked dumb. They probably looked weird. People thought they were weird. Okay, I'm going to be someone and you're not. That simple, right? So you got to have that mindset. And it starts with getting off your phone. Just get off of it. Just get off of it. Think about how many times you're walking around and you walk past somebody and you just pull out your phone and just look down. That could have been your future best friend. That could have been your future wife, your future husband walking past you. You could have had an awesome interaction with that person. You could have learned something about you, about them, about, lots of things. But instead, you decided to pull out your phone, just avoid interaction. 20 years ago, you couldn't do that. So now it's scary, to think of this is normalized now. Imagine what we're going to be in another 20 years. And I don't want to stress about the future because, that's the killer of joy right there, is just worrying about the future. Ultimately, we don't know what the future is going to be like, right? The future's up to God, it's in God's hands. But, we can take action for the now. And when you realize that, this shouldn't be something that I use to avoid interaction, use it as just a tool, open your eyes. You can start to see life the way it's supposed to be seen. You can start to see things a lot more clearly, and you can just experience life, and it makes it way more enjoyable. Because whenever you're constantly on your phone, you're always just worrying about something. You're always stressing about something. And so that's the number one thing. If you're clueless about, what to do, if you're clueless about life, about who you are, about what you want to do, just get off the phone. Just actually do you. Just be you, We didn't have these 20 years ago. You didn't. That's all people could do was literally be present in life, be present, be in your own thoughts, literally all you had to do was figure out what you want to do. That's all we could do. And now it's like, you can still figure it out. But when you're constantly looking about what other people are doing, when you're constantly searching for something, how are you supposed to search for yourself, right? You find what you want to do based on who you are. And it's impossible, at least I think it's almost impossible to really find out, the meaning of what you need to do, your purpose in life, whenever you're constantly searching for it. I think it's just something that comes, And obviously, pray to God about it, because you don't know where you're going to end up. I don't know where I'm going to end up, but I know that He has a specific path laid out for me, and so I'm going to continue to go down that path. But when you're too worried about other people's paths, you don't have time to sit and think about your path. You don't have time to sit and plan about how you want to go along your path. And so that's just a big thing which phones have really limited us from, is just being present in life and thinking about, what do we want to do? What is my purpose? What does God call me to do? And sometimes you just got to sit and think, you got to be present in your own mind, in life. And this thing is the opposite of being present, think about how many times you're with your friends hanging out and y'all just sit on your phones. Again, 20 years ago, if y'all were sitting around, you'd all be talking, having conversations. You'd be coming up with things to talk about. And you talk about communication skills. If you want to level up your communication skills, get off your damn phone, because you're just avoiding interaction as much as possible. Whenever you're doing that, you're limiting yourself from learning something. Every interaction is a chance to learn, right? Every interaction you have with someone is a chance to learn from. That way you can grow and do better the next time, right? And something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I've been trying to do, is just, work on my communication skills, You got body language, you got hand movement, making these videos, it allows me to look at myself and what I'm doing and how I can do it better. But like just being present and talking to people, whenever you pass up these interactions, why do you ever expect to grow? Why do you ever expect to get better at that? You can't get better unless you keep doing it, keep practicing, right? And, reflect on what you did and how you could do better. I know y'all see it too. I know you guys. What's funny is that most people are aware of how bad phones are getting, how they're starting to see that phones are having an impact on just their lives. And what's funny is I feel like most people are aware of that, but they just don't care. They just choose not to stop or change to make a change. But it's like, why do you feel like you have to be on your phone all the time? Like, I get it. Like, there's always something to look for. There's always something, that dopamine that you get on your phone when you get some likes on Instagram, or whenever you get a message from someone on Snapchat that you've been waiting to talk to. Like, I get it. It really does, like, it fuels that dopamine inside of you, and it literally, like, it feels amazing. It's good, it's hard to get away from that. But, it gets to a point where it's like, all right, there's more to life than this. And, I've been doing this for so long now. It's going to take some time to change. It's going to take some time to not make this a part of me. It's going to take some time to detach from it. But that's what you're going to have to do. We've been utilizing this as a part of us for so long now. For like how long? For like years, right? So, reality is it's probably going to take years to detach it. But that's okay, I'm sure during that process, there's so much you will learn. I can assure you during that process, you will learn so much about yourself, about life. And it's just a simple step. Just get off your phone. Just get off your phone when you normally wouldn't. And obviously, there's times whenever it's not a big deal. Like whenever you're chilling in bed, and you want to watch some TV, help you go to sleep, whatever. I get that. I do that every once in a while. But still, you think about, staying up late. What's the main cause of that, right? Sitting up on your phone. That's, a lot of you, I know, want to go to sleep early, get up early. So, if that's something that's preventing you from doing that, then there you go. That's something you can change. But just find things in your life that you know are being affected by this, and just learn to detach from your phone, because reality is it's not a part of you. But if you can use it as a tool, if you can see life the way it's supposed to be seen, if you can live life the way it's supposed to be lived, and use this as a tool, man, you will excel, because I mean, we are blessed to have these things, right? This is an awesome tool. You can literally learn anything you want. And whenever you realize that, you can utilize that to your advantage, right? While everyone else is, this should excite you. So what I'm about to tell you, this should excite you. While everyone else is sitting down, scrolling, just watching TV, video games, all these things, whatever, just locked on their phone, just doing mindless things, you could be using this to your advantage. You could be using this phone to look up information that can help you grow. You could be using this to help you look up anything you want, to help you grow as a human being and help you grow as you find your purpose. Because the reality is, we're not meant to sit there and just scroll and just throw our minds away. We have our own rational minds. We're able to think for ourselves. We're able to come up with new ideas and plan new things of how we want to go about our lives. And when you can use this as a tool and not as a part of you, man, I mean, think about what you could be if you did that. Think about the person you could be if you tried to do that. I mean, wouldn't that be amazing? I know you're able to see that. I know you all are able to see that. And so I just encourage you, and that's why you're watching this video, right? And I can't thank you all enough for just subscribing and following these videos, because that's why I make these videos. It's because I want you all to realize that there's more to life than this. But when you're using it as a tool and you collect information that's going to help you live a better life, that's going to help you grow, that's what you need to be doing. That's what you could be doing, right? But even not that, first I would just suggest to slowly just start to eliminate that out of your life. And then you'll start to see it as a tool. It's hard to really use it as a tool unless you first see it as a tool. And in order to do that, you kind of just have to detach from it completely. So it requires a lot of self-discipline, because like I said earlier, we've been doing this for so many years now that it's just so normal, and it's hard to let go of it, right? But, you're going to learn a lot by doing it, because you're going to learn discipline, you're going to learn self-control, you're going to be able to resist these temptations, you're going to be able to be more present. So many things that it can lead to. And so, whenever you think about just the majority of your problems, or majority of like anxiety or stress that you might have in your life, or unhappiness or worry, just get off your phone. I can assure you that it is the main problem. Number one, obviously, just get off of social media entirely. I think it's okay to have your phone. Obviously, everyone has a phone. It's okay. Obviously, you're not gonna completely, get off your phone. But I want you to completely get off of it in a way where you shouldn't be using it, or where you could grow by being present, right? So like any opportunity for interaction, don't pull out your phone. Embrace the interaction. You can learn from it. You can increase your communication skills. You can increase, how you talk with people. All these things you can improve. Obviously, just get off of social media, because, comparison is a thief of joy. And we talk about comparison. I mean, social media, there's always someone or something to compare to. And obviously, that's not going to help you at all. If you want to find your purpose in life, that's literally the opposite of what you want to be doing. So, you could delete social media if you want to. You can, if you think you're really disciplined, you could get off it, without deleting it. But I do suggest you delete it. And if you're not going to delete it, then, be a producer. Don't be a consumer, right? Don't consume all this content that is bad for you. If anything, you can be making content, right? You can be making content that can help other people, that can help you. Or just consume good content, Don't consume all this crap that the algorithms feed you, because the majority of the time it's just mindless stuff and it's not good for you. And you know that. Like, why should I care about who Taylor Swift's dating? Like, what? Do I really care about who Taylor Swift is dating? Do I really care about this musician at this concert, this new musician that no one's really heard of, but everyone's talking about him in Nashville or whatever? No, I don't care. So stop caring what people think. And if you want to stop caring what people think, get off the phones. Stop looking at all that crap. It's destroying you. It destroyed me. And I realized that. And now I'm making the change. And I'm seeing life the way it's supposed to be seen. And I promise you guys, this is the main cause of just so many problems I've had. So I just encourage you all to just take a leap of faith and just do it. Because I promise you, everything that goes on in the world, so much of it could be fixed if we simply just learn to be present in life and see it the way it's supposed to be seen. Because we're living in a digital world. You know, when you're on your phone all the time, you're not here. You're here. And it's just ruins so many things. Like I can't even really explain to you, right? I'm sure there's multiple studies out there that really go into depth, you know, scientifically about what it does. But ultimately, it's pretty obvious. You can see a lot of things that it leads to. So I think I'm rambling a little bit, but you all get what I'm trying to say here. So just do it. Just take the leap of faith. Whatever problems you're having, I promise you, majority of them can be solved if you just do this one thing and just get off of your phone. Just get off. I'm not trying to sound like a dad. I'm not trying to sound like a grandpa. I'm 20 years old. I'm 20 years old. I'm definitely not anyone's grandpa, okay? But, you know, I'm telling you this because if I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, y'all can do it. And again, I appreciate y'all's support. I'm trying to motivate y'all to be better. So I appreciate y'all watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Be better. Get off your phones. See y'all in the next one.